What's up, fellas? Welcome back to another episode of Servimon with Servi. In the last video, we got our wild encounters all programmed up, and we got our first little test grass patch over here. And when you run around, just enough. I lowered the encounter rate a little bit, but off camera, I guess, because I was showing this off to Bridget and stuff. But we get a wild Gasper, and then all our fight stuff still works the same way. Of course, our fight itself is not really fully functional, but what we're going to do right now is we're going to add Pokeballs into the game so that we can actually catch this wild Gasper and any other wild Pokemon. In any case, let's go ahead and open up pixelart.com because I need to draw our own custom Pokeball. So what the heck, why doesn't it have eyes? So let's clear this out. My goal is to kind of, alright, making it circular will be pretty easy. Slightly oblate there. But then we're going to want to make sure we're centered. So where we're at here, X26, this should probably be at 25. And centered vertically, I guess. Right. That looks good. Now we're going to want to go mirror in the X direction for this line here to make sure it all works out good. Sweet. And then we'll do our little mini circle. Good enough. Okay, now what colors are we going to want to use? Well, I'm actually going to pick my Snorlax color, the one down there. So let's go ahead and pick screen color. Oh, we can't pick it off of there. Can I not? So I use the eyedrop tool to pick off of here. But if I want to pick off of here, what I'm going to do is basically take my background on the video here. Go properties, select color, pick screen color. We'll pick something that looks kind of like Snorlax. Okay, see? So this is going to be the color of our Pokeball. But now we have the hexadecimal. It's 2F5960. So I'll just type it in on our pixel art. 2F5960, not plus. Alright, that should be the same color. And then we'll fill in the top of the ball like that. Very nice. And we'll get like his skin color. So once again, we'll get it on this so you can see what color I'm going for. Boop. Okay, and then we'll pick it on here. The hexadecimal for the skin that I'm using is going to be F3D3B3. So very nice. Let's go ahead and throw that on there. We'll make the button white, just like a normal, or kind of whatever Pokeball, silverish. And then we'll make that kind of shiny. Doing this. Not bad. Okay. Now I should probably make this part shiny as well. Just add a little bit of a shine layer to it up here. Okay. Now I'm going to add teeth to it so it really looks like Snorlax to make it like a special ball. So let's see if we can do that easily here. Let's just go ahead and, this is its mouth, so it'll have teeth popping up. Oops, we don't want to mirror anymore. Go ahead and see if this looks any good. Our first, oops. Oh man, that line was perfect. Our first little attempt here at teeth. I don't like the angle there. There we go. Okay, and now we'll make these white. as white as can be. Nice and shiny. Okay, what do you guys think? Oh, I'm kind of proud of this. This is pretty cool. So this is my Serviball. It's Snorlax themed. All right, let's go ahead and take this. I'm genuinely proud of myself, you guys. Things are going well today. Off to a good start. It's 9 a.m., so this video is going to be up on time. Feeling good. Okay. Let's go ahead and install this into my program here. Yes, very nice. Should pop right up. We're going to call this the Serviball. Wow, alright, let's go ahead and put it in the game. So we need to have items in the game now. First and foremost, we could do a lot, but I'm just gonna give myself items in my bag, I'm gonna make the inventory pretty much, but not actually make items on the ground or any way to add stuff. I'll just kind of shove it in my inventory the way I shoved the Rockmon in there. So without further ado, let's go into player data, and we'll say export let inventory is going to be a object as well, and it's just gonna have, we'll say, balls. We'll have this list, so we can kind of start adding these other items to the inventory, like items and medicine and TMs or whatever. I mean, we'll call them TMs even though they're trademarked. TM, whatever. And then we have our balls. So this is all we're focusing on right now. Let's see. Let's go ahead and see how we're gonna do this. So we want our balls to be functional in the battle, obviously, but then we have menu here. We want our bag to be open-upable. So let's go into menu function. Where is it? Pause menu. And we're gonna open the, when we open the menu here, we already have this for loop for our menu buttons.length. So we need to throw in the button action, button name, button. Okay, so we'll make a menu section with a name and an action here. Let's go ahead and say bag. Open inventory window. Okay. And so now that it's in the list, it should automatically put it and format it and shift it down by 10. So we did that good. So where we have open Servimon window here, we gotta copy this and say open inventory window. And before we go any further, I just want to remember to come over here and also add it, because you can forget that a lot. And we'll just copy paste. And that causes us errors, and then we're like, what? What's going on? It is defined. Oh, that's right. It's not defined on the primary window, whatever that means. I still don't get it fully, but that's how you get it to work. All right, div maker here. So we do want to make a inventory window, and we'll keep the pause icon popping up. So this can be like beige because it's your bag. We'll do the same kind of adjustment to the border, but we'll make it like white. I don't know. Again, replacing all this. Title. And this is fine. Say inventory or bag. Guess we'll say bag. Okay, but now we need to open up all these different things. So we don't have this as a list. We have it as, if it's coming from player data, we need to import player data first and foremost. So let's say import inventory. Oh, sorry, this belongs up top. I mean, yeah, if we're only using it in one function, we only have to import it in one function. Good practice, but I just do all my imports at the top to keep it consistent. Sorry, where are we? A little bit farther down. So now we have inventory through this whole thing. So let's say, man, no, that's not a good idea. I want to just be able to for loop through it, the same way through my different inventory slots, and like have, be able to access everything. But I think I pretty much just have to say open, say build bag button, or build balls button for now. So that's not a function. We'll build it down here. Function build balls button. And so when we open our Servimon, we get our 6 stats opening up. We can kind of keep the same format. Yeah, unfortunately, we're gonna have to do it all individually unless we kind of install more logic here. Well, we could just have, we could just have like a list kind of like this with its own class. Yeah, actually, why don't I try it like this? Okay, so instead of build balls button, don't need this. Let's go ahead and say, so copying this logic here, but we're going to say bag section. Name and action once again. Bag buttons. New bag section. We're going to say, what do we have so far? Let's just put everything in, but only functionalize the bag. Just make it look decent. Items, medicine, TMs, balls. Oh, honestly, balls should be third. Alright. And so now, pause menu. What the heck? Pause menu. And then we'll say items. For now, I'll leave this blank. We don't have anything. But medicine. Balls. Balls is going to open balls menu. And then bag section items. No, not items, TMs. Sorry, brain fart. And it's blank again. So these are the bag buttons. We're going to loop through bag buttons.length. And for now, we'll max ourselves at 6 bag sections. I know the later games had more sections. The earlier games only had 3. We're going to need key items and maybe berries. And that'll pretty much cover everything. But in any case, let's go ahead and berries could be medicine. You can split your items kind of differently. Just depends. Certain items, like, will have different functional. If you want to display different functional stats, I think in the game, each item just has a description, so they can kind of display however they want. So let's go ahead and see what we need to do here. Yeah, if I is divisible by 2, the left shifts over again. Top is this, that makes sense. Alright, but now it's on the inventory window. And it's an inventory subslot. Or we could just say it's the let BS equal bag buttons. Alright, let BB, sorry. Bag buttons I. And then we'll just say BB dot name here. plus button. Seems simple enough. Alright, we'll take this. And we'll make it the slate gray border, I guess. Smooth border as well. So we don't need our Partymon now. And we'll display it no matter what. So, but I don't think we need to do all this stuff with the image here. Mostly just have it say bag. So switch party view I don't need this either. That was kind of, so this will open up a whole new menu when we hit balls. So in fact, let's go ahead and throw an image on the bag sections as well. And in the Pokemon game, you open your bag and you're just automatically in a slot and you switch back and forth between them. But because we're using clicking on my mouse, I'm going to do it like this. Name, image, action. Okay. So we're going to add this image here. And we'll leave these blank. But we're going to use our Serviball. Serviball. That's what we called it, right? Serviball, nice. And we'll leave this one blank. Okay, so we made our button. Let's copy this logic. Button, Servimon. Okay, so this is making a div right now. We need to make it a button. Button maker. And for now, we'll leave it blank. We'll add text to it later. I always forget. We have so many parameters in this function. Text size, text color, on click. So the text is going to be blank. Size is going to be whatever. Text color is whatever. And then the on click, the important part, it's going to be bb.action. And I believe, yeah, we add this part separately. So theoretically, if we wanted to put a parameter in here, we would need to kind of rewrite this logic. But we'll get to that when it comes, which might be soon. Who knows? In any case, let's go ahead and so we'll make the button zone, yes, and we'll make the, oh gosh, it's kind of annoying. Might as well recode this whole thing, but we have all our logic here, so may as well not introduce new bugs unless we have a typo. So let's say bb.name button image. Okay, seems legit. Copy this whole thing. It's going to be the bb.image. That's fine. Actually, this shouldn't be in either one anymore. Dash gray, well I guess, yeah, that's fine. Box sizing, border box, doesn't matter anymore. Set attribute. Okay, this is like making the image into a button, don't need to do that. Don't need to make the stats, just need to, so red X, that's still good. But we'll just say close inventory window. Which might be the same logic here as close Servimon window. That's fine. Inventory, and of course we have to, oops, can't spell. Of course, we're going to have to come back over here and just add this. When we exit out. Okay. I think we've successfully got this converted over. We have clear menu. I'll just say IWX button just for no good reason, because we can't have them both existing at once anyway. But yeah, I think this is gonna make our different bag buttons with the images. We haven't added the text yet, so let's do that. Texture. Oh, forgot we changed our clipboard. Actually, no, we just want the button. Oh no, we're gonna probably have to add in a separate. So let's take this stats thing here from the Servimon window, because we're probably gonna have to put the text in there off to the side so that we don't replace the image that's in there. Excuse me. Let's say that the not the BB name button. I'll say BB name button text. Same dimensions here, and then we'll run just texter BB.name button text. BB.name. And we'll say 100 black, but we will preemptively say that it should be aligns to the right, just in case. But it might already be in the right spot, so I don't know. But I'm just doing that so that it's done. Of course, we have a bug right away. Let's see here. Can't just structure prompt right now. What's the actual error? Player data not found. Oh yeah, we didn't fix the fix this format. Okay, so why are we not using inventory still? Bag buttons. Oh yeah, we're still not going into our inventory. That's fine. Just making the button for it. Okay. So it's way too big. All of these aren't working. I don't know why Serviball's not working. But let's take a look here. Spelled it wrong, of course. Spelled my own name wrong, you guys. And then the text is way too big as well. Let's see here. Okay. Good as can be, I would say. Just kidding. Probably want the text box to be aligned a lot different. Yeah, so let's just shrink this down and move it down. Should be a height of about 20 or 30, and if it's 30, it should be shifted down 40. Or 35 actually. So where is that? Oop. 30 and 35. See if that works. Not bad. I don't want to put it on the right. And we're going to make it a little bit bigger. It's a little too big. Well, medicine, obviously. Let's just say meds. Balls. Now it should fit if we do like 25 here. Alright, just tinkering around with it. Alright, looks good for me. We got to make all those images, obviously. But if we hit balls, we get an error here saying that the function is not defined. Open balls menu. So So that's our next task. Let's go ahead and okay, we're gonna open our balls menu here. This inventory. This should be called inventory. Sorry. Open inventory window. Is it open balls window or menu? Balls menu. That's fine. Window dot open balls menu. Close function. Show. See, it works. And then go to our base script and say open balls menu. So as you can see, a lot of our stuff is coming from the pause menu to this window thing, because it's all about button functions that happen when you hit buttons, user input stuff. Alright, let's go and see. Oh, get an error. See, it works. So open inventory window 213 buttons is wrong. So that's interesting. I don't know if there's any other the failed to load server is just the images that aren't popping up. 213. Oh, right here. The X button is not being made. Okay. So, basically, if I open the balls menu, I'm going to want to clear out the menu, clear out the inventory window. So let's say find inventory window dot. So let's go ahead and make a new function called clear inventory window. I know this is getting busy. And we might want to split these all into their own documents eventually to clean it up. But right now I'm fine working a little bit cluttered. Say find inventory window, and we'll move this down. Dot inner HTML is blank. And then we'll basically just make the bare minimum, which is going to be just the title, so that we can also replace that with clear inventory window. Smart. And then come over here, clear inventory window whenever we change it up. Very nice. And then let's just see that, make sure, sanity check, check our code often enough. There we go. So we do have, it's still saying bag. For now, very silly, I'm just gonna list all the balls in my inventory. For now, it's empty, but I'm gonna add one Servimon ball. So really, when you have an inventory item in your bag, it has a quantity, and so if you add another item, you're not going to add to the list. You're going to check to see if it already has that. But again, we're not obtaining items, so we don't have to worry about any of that. But you'll just add to the quantity, so when it displays in the bag or when you use it, then it'll take one quantity away, unless you have one, and then it'll take it out of your inventory completely. But you could also store, you could have everything in your inventory and say quantity is 0 and don't display it, but then you're just storing data that you don't need to. So a little bit of inventory stuff. Let's get started on this. First off, let's put one in there. And actually, I'm going to have to make a new file. We'll call it items.js. Okay, and of course, we'll import show and find, as we always do. Class item constructor name image Right, and then we'll say this dot name, this name, this dot image, this image. Okay. And what's the problem? Expression expected. Oh, not commas, but semicolons. And then we'll say class ball extends item. And we'll say super name and image. Oops. Constructor name image. We'll say catch rate. So we'll do the name and the image like from the item, but then we'll say this dot type equals ball, and this dot catch rate equals catch rate. Alright, so for now we're going to keep our catch rate at 1 for the ball. So let Serviball is new ball. We're going to keep everything simple. Name Serviball. Serviball, we'll keep it all one word. Image Serviball. Crazy stuff. Actually, we'll make Serviball capitalized so we know it's the name. Catch rate 1. Very nice. And we'll say export. Let Serviball is new ball. And then we'll just go right to the player data. Import it up. This is not how we're going to do this in the real game. But just to get it all working, this is a good way to install it, so to speak. So the logic can be tested. Balls, Serviball. And, you know, I'm not going to be coding stuff indirectly. I'm going to have the inventory get added to from other stuff, like when I move around and click on items and stuff, or when characters give me items. But for now, we can at least display this Serviball in our inventory. So let's go ahead and open the balls menu. So let balls equal inventory dot balls. And we'll loop through it. And, you know, for each loops are fun, but once you get good enough at for loops, it's like second nature, and you know, it's kind of fun typing out all this stuff. So we'll let bull equal bullseye. Oh yeah, and by the way, I totally need to swap this around. Let's go player data, and we'll say class inventory item constructor, say item, right? And then we'll say this dot item equals item, and quantity. This dot quantity equals quantity. So that now we'll do new inventory item. Oops. And the item is the Serviball, the quantity is 1. Well, we'll do 5. Why not? Does that make sense? And actually it should be a structured clone of that Serviball to not mess anything else up. Very nice. Okay. Now we'll go to pause menu and we'll loop through and display this stuff. So let's say div maker ball display. We'll make it on the inventory window. And in fact, we should probably just make a separate little area here just to start off. We'll say ball display area. We'll say it's gonna be let's see here. Sorry about that. I realized I never changed my color back to the actual Servimon color. I think it was like this. I hope you guys don't mind too much. Hope it was a little bit of a change of pace. Alright, anyway, sorry I went a little brain dead for a sec there. Let's make our div maker width of 80, we'll try, height of 80, 10, 20, height should probably be less, maybe like 70. Okay, see how this looks. Oh wait, doesn't look like anything because we didn't give it a color. Let's just make it white. So you can see if this is a good area here. Yes, but we switched around the top and the left. So double check. Do we get an error? Oh no, it's just the image is not displaying. Okay, cool. So obviously bag and this white, you know, this is just a bad text color for this. So let's fix that because I'm getting a little OCD. It should be on clear inventory window. Let's just make it like brown. I don't know. Brown's not a very great color on here. Bag, okay, that's fine actually. I don't know. That works for me. Alright, so this is going to be our display area here for the items. We could smooth it out, but that's fine. Let's go ahead and loop through here and we'll make divs. Div maker in this little area. And we should say find ball display area. Dot style dot overflow y equals scroll, because this will put a scroll bar on it and not let stuff extend past. It'll kind of hide the overflow and also allow you to scroll to it, unlike our map, which is just hidden overflow. And so now, like, I'm going to just show you, we're only going to make one of these this time, but let's just go into our player data and spam this here, and I'll actually open this up. It's getting a little ugly. But we'll just spam here our Serviball thing, right? A bunch of times. Now if we go to, want this to be working no matter how many we have. Go into pause menu. We'll go ahead and make in the ball display area. Make a ball display plus I. It's going to be its own div. Oops. Width of 100. Height of, we'll go 20. So you can see 5 at a time. Top of I times 20. And the left of 0. Okay, and it can be they could just be transparent, and then we'll give them a little border. So let's go ahead and say find ball display I dot, or no, I think I have functions for these, right? Borderer. I'll leave this just in case. Borderer. Ball display I. And the color of the border, make it dark brown. And we'll say smooth border for ball display. And 5, and then we'll say, yeah, find ball display dot style dot box sizing is border box. Okay. So what does this look like now? We open our balls. We get error city. No, we don't. But we aren't seeing the border. But we are able to scroll, so it looks like they are kind of showing up here. But where's their border? Did I spell something wrong? Oh, pardon me. Ball display. Dark brown. I feel like it should be showing up. So why isn't it? Oh, it's probably the dark brown color or something. Or maybe it's the borderer function. This is all in document setup, right? We'll try brown. What's the problem here? Yeah, it was just dark brown is not a color. Okay, this works fine with me. Let's make this like 20 though. Getting kind of sag. There we go. Alright, so this is where our balls are going to show up. Let's make image right here, name right here, quantity right here. Don't need a description or anything yet. We can always edit this stuff as we go. So let's say div maker. Keep this ball display. Image. It's gonna be try 10 for the width. Height 100. Top 0. Left 0. Transparent. Imager. Ball display. Plus plus image. Oops. What happened there? Use both quotes. And no plot. What? That was weird. And we're gonna add the bl.image. Alright. And now we'll do div maker for the text. So I'm gonna copy this guy. Oops. And we'll say name. And we'll make it 80. Why not? We'll probably change. We'll make it 70. Give ourselves a little more room. 70, 100. 0 left, 10. And we'll add text to that. We'll have it say bl.name and text says 50 black. Why not? And then we'll kind of do it like this. Plus quantity. Plus quan. Now this will be 20. The left of. Oops, this should only be 10. Left of really 80 for this one, and it should say x plus bl.quantity. And we'll make this one text like 30 and this one text 50. black. This kind of X. Is this gonna work? Oh, we'll give it a border as well. So let's go ahead and give it its own border. Boop boop ba-doo-doo-doo. Oh, we can just put plus quan. That's probably easier. Plus quan. Alright, we'll give it its own little silver border. Does that make sense? See how that works. I'm gonna tinker with it, but this is just me trying to code it into existence. Undefined. Nice, so this needs to be wider as well. So this needs to be about 20. This can be shrunk and shifted. Why are the images not popping up though? It's because we need to say let BLI equal BL dot item. And then it's really BLI dot item image and name, but then the quantity is correct here. So what do we also have? This needs to be 20. This needs to be 60 and 20. And that looks pretty good otherwise. Yeah, I like it. See, all our Serviballs, very nice. Okay, this looks fine by me. In our bag here, obviously whenever we clear the inventory window, we should do this. And we don't need it on the... Oh, yeah, that makes sense. Okay, I think we're good there now. We can open and close our menu, hopefully. Yes. Should be able to go back as well. So let's just throw down a back button on this open balls menu. Inventory window, back button. Oh man, I'm doing so much in this episode besides just catching stuff, but we're almost there. Gonna be able to pull up our bag from our battle and throw a Pokeball. Oh, it's gonna take a little bit longer. Apologize for the length of this episode. So we'll go back button, width 30, height 10. Top 85, left 5, I don't know. Make it yellow, and we will go ahead and throw some text on it. Oh, should be a button maker actually, which means we have to do a whole pain in the ass here. Oh, but I think all we have to do is have it text size color on click, right? Text is going to be back. Size 50. Color. Or is it color size? Size color. Yeah, that's what I thought. Nope. Ooh. Getting lost. Size color black. On click. Open. Inventory window. So I don't think we have to introduce a new function here or anything. Alright, the back button's a little too big. I kind of like it, honestly. I don't really care for now. Goodbye me. Oh. Up. Yeah, whenever we make the inventory window, we should probably safe remove it. So this is also a good logic with the safe remove, is we know that when we first make the inventory window, it's not going to be there, so it won't be removed. And if we use the regular remove function, we would get an error. But now we can loop through the same logic of clearing and making and everything without having to write a bunch of different code. And when we do this now, oh, still remake it. What the heck? What the heck, man? Is there an actual error? No, it's just popping up every time. Yeah, so inventory window is getting made multiple times. Oh, capitalized it. That's the only problem. I was like, that should have fixed it, man. That should have fixed it. Okay, great stuff. Can resume. Okay, so that's all working. We have Pokeballs. Let's get them functional in our battle. Oh, first off, let's take all these extra ones out of our player data. That was just to show the scroll thing and show that off. There should only be one. Now we'll go to battles, and when you open fight, next letter back, blah blah blah. Continue conversations. Window.build battle menu, blah blah blah. Click move, battling controls, apply move. What are we doing here? Oh yeah, so we want the actual fight. Next battle option. Oh, use move. Where's the build battle window? I want to find the function that hits. Oh, just check here. When you hit fight, because instead of I'm kind of running out of time here. Instead of building the whole functionality of opening up a new menu and building that, that's so time consuming. I'm just gonna have the bag button instantly throw a Pokeball, and so then we'll add in the functionality in between there. But for now, click move, switch party view, build battle menu. But what about when we hit fight? Where's that happening? I'm kind of confused. Oh, here we go. So it's build battle menu 1 here on fight. So bag button here. It should be build battle menu 2. And so this won't have to change. But obviously, I can just come in here to build battle menu. And if it's now menu code is 2, I can just throw the Pokeball instantly. So we'll say let test index equals 0, throw ball, test index, and we'll just say function throw ball, ball index. Alright, so this is going to throw the ball. Say show ball index. Alright, let's just make sure this works as per usual. Get into ourselves into a battle. Alright, and we got 0 here. We're also showing other stuff that we shouldn't be, so let's find out. Oh yeah, we have multiple debugs. Show current HP we don't need. Import show. Do we have any other shows from pause menu or anything? No. Oh, something here under mouse. Oh, that's a comment. Keyboard, same thing. Player data, I think we're good. Okay. So let's hit bag. And we get 0. Wait, what is this? It's probably under movement, huh? Or interval or something. Sorry, did I cover the screen anyway? Oh yeah, we've got a bunch under interval. Thresholds, random. Oh, the encounter index, that's right. Okay, so let's make sure when we hit bag, we're still getting the right thing happening. Very nice. Okay, so now, oh, and we also have to view the page source. So we have 0 here. Okay, so that's our ball. That's how we're going to access our ball. So if anything, first off, when we're in a battle, got this whole other interval going. And we got battling controls. So if current dot battle state is 2, current battle state is 3. So when we throw a ball, we're going to want to set the current dot battle state to 4. And so we'll come over here. Menu code is 1. Alright, this isn't going to change the battle state until you actually use the move. Yeah, right here. But instead what I'm going to do is say current.battleState is instantly 4. Right? 4? Yeah. So we'll delete all this stuff out. We'll keep the timing thing here. Let your mon. I don't know. We might need some of that. We'll just pull it back out. But whenever I use the ball, I'm going to want to create it. So the same way when I used a move, kind of type beat. The move Annie. There could be the ball Annie. So we kind of copy a lot of this logic. See what we can and can't keep here. And again, all this is going to move around, but it's not going to change logically. So we don't need this now. Battle is 4. Say ball Annie. Alright. All is good here. Ball Annie plus let's go ahead and say let ball equal inventory. Oops, so we gotta import our inventory here. We already have party, so that makes sense. So let ball equal inventory dot balls test index dot item. Right? Because the quantity doesn't matter for now. Or I guess we'll just say this and then we'll say ball dot item dot image. Any state dot image equals. Okay, this is interesting. We can use the same any state here. I don't think we need the image to change here, but let's just try and keep this logic the same, because we're not going to have multiple animations at the same time anyway. Any state dot index equals test index. Very nice. Find move any dot stop dot z index is 1. Okay, don't need that, I guess. So alright, I'm setting the battle menu dot enter HTML to nothing. I feel like it's already happening. Or do we steal that from somewhere else? I think that's already happening. So for now, oops, wrong spot. So much going on this episode. Bag, alright, looks like it worked. Do we have an error? Build battle menu is not a function. HTML button dot element dot on click. What? How is it not? That seems like an error that doesn't actually exist. Maybe I'm just hitting it twice somehow or something. But we do have the ball being made here, and it's going to transfer itself over. So for now, just to get this to get over with, I'm not going to add like an arc to the ball. I'm going to start making a to-do list of stuff to make it look better as well. But yeah, for now, let's go ahead and pretty much copy all this logic and just make the ball go straight to them. just like your move. So this doesn't matter, but we do need let ball equal inventory dot balls. Any state dot index. Okay, and then don't need this stuff. Let start equal. Oh, oops. No, I should be copying this logic. My bad. This is when you're actually using the move. The next one is when the HP is going down. Oh, yeah, this animation logic is probably the toughest part of all this. So num and timing are going up. Any state.num is 3. And it's 0. Okay, so we don't need to do a num for this because we don't need to change the image at all. So we don't really need this for this on here. So start and end should be the same. Yeah, this is fine. Fine, ball Annie. Okay. And if it gets to the end, we'll go to battle state 5, why not? And we will apply ball. What is it? Apply ball, yeah. Wait a sec. We have an index in the Annie state? Oh, that's weird. Called it move index. Any state dot move index on here, but it should really just be any state dot index. I think. What the heck? Apply ball. Move index. Any state dot index equals move index. But there is no any state dot move index. Okay. So apply ball any state dot index. That also works. Safe remove the ball animation. Great. And the timing is 0. So now, oh yeah, we don't have apply move. It doesn't really do anything. That's why there was no problem. Okay. Same thing that we don't really apply the ball. It's just, you know, something might happen when we apply the ball actually. In any case, yeah, apply move is where we would run damage calculation. So we can do our catch rate calculation here. But again, I just want it to pretty much auto catch for now anyway. This is a very long episode, so I want to get to the point, which is catching this Pokemon. So I think we're literally just going to take this stuff here. Battle state is 5 now. Just added a 1. And we'll just do this. And yeah, I'm definitely going to want to go right back into another capture episode after this. So we'll name this episode Capture Part 1. But in any case, let's key in here. And we don't really need to do timing or anything. In fact, yeah, let's just instantly, when we apply the ball, we'll say catch Pokemon or catch Servimon. Function catch Servimon. So what's going to happen when we catch Servimon? We're going to end the battle and just put it right into our inventory. We're not going to do anything else with that. So first of all, we need to end a battle because we haven't been able to actually do that. So export function end battle. Oops, we did just copy this. So end battle. Oops. Flow equals undefined. Battle.platform is -1. Dialog is undefined. Or null. You can even do null for these things. Battle state is -1. Safe remove battle window. Battle window. Oops. I was like, why do I not know how to code? Don't need this. We need to actually clear this interval. So when we start battle, let's say let int equals undefined, or we'll just say let int, and then we'll say int equals that, and then we'll let it just clear this interval int, so it's not running anymore. Okay, that makes sense. Now, how do we actually set the other thing to pause, like the actual game to pause? Start battle, because we need to resume the game. Okay, start battle happens under movement, which is interval here. Yeah, so current.game state, which should just be running again. And so battles and battle current.game state is running. Okay, so this is going to end the battle. Doesn't matter all this stuff. We are going to add this actually for build battle menu when our code is 4. Also if menu code is 4. We'll throw this in there. Oops. We'll throw end battle. Okay, and then we'll come up here. Oops. Build battle menu 4. I know this is stupid and wrong, but now I want to see if we can run from a battle without any issues. Nice. No errors? Other than our normal ones? Build battle menu is not defined. Okay, whatever. So when we capture a Pokemon, let's get into another fight. Throw the Pokeball at it. And right there, what's supposed to happen? Almost done with this logic. Pause menu. It's, I think, under apply ball. Where are we? Oh, we're in battles now, not pause menu. Derp. Menu code is 4 in battle, but apply ball, catch Servimon. Here we go. We're just going to say player data. It's under player data, right? Party. Yes. Do you already have party in battles? Duh. So catch Servimon. Party. Let's say 4. Let I equal 0. I is less than 6. I plus plus. We'll make sure this can't work. This can't send them to the PC just yet. So it's going to go through their 6 and it's going to say if party I dot name is blank. Right, and I think that'll work. Hold on just a moment. Alright, pardon the interruption, almost done. So it's blank Servimon, which is a Servimon whose name is blank. Okay, so that's correct. So if their name is blank, then we're gonna say that party index is -1, and then we're gonna say I equals party index. We could loop through backwards. In fact, let's do that. I think it's like this. Start at 5. It's got to be greater than -1. Minus. So now we're gonna loop backwards through the list. That way we'll get the first index that's free. And so party index equals I. Sorry. Okay. And now we're gonna say if party index is greater than -1, then we're going to say party I party index equals structured clone of, I think this will work like this. We might have to do some weird list manipulation, but I think we can just directly set this equal to a new structured clone of, and we need just the foe. So battle current, what is it, current battle dot foe. So I think foe null, we start the battle from interval. We're passing in encountermon, which is dot Servimon, which comes from somewhere. Battles probably. Where's our encounters at? Are they in interval? Oh no, they're in map setup. Yeah, because they're in the grass patch. Yeah, so this is directly gonna make a structured clone. Sorry, just double checking my logic flow. Okay. And so yeah, they're gonna go into our party. And that's it. I think that works. Oh wait, and then we have to end the battle as well. Yeah, normally we display a bunch of dialogue and stuff here. Again, I'm just trying to get through. So silly looking. Oh, did it work? Yay! Wait, is that what we caught? I thought we caught a Gasper. Thought we caught a Gasper. Oh, we're gonna catch the Turdmon. Catch the Turdmon. Let's go. Feeling so goofy. Alright, so we caught it, and then we got in a fight with the Gasper. Let's run so we can check. Yay! Poo, poison, 10 pal. Yeah, so now we can display all this stuff. And just like that, we're rolling. Feeling good. Episode 11 is done. We can catch Pokemon with our new Servimon ball. Well, exciting stuff. Anyway, I'm a little brain dead. Appreciate everyone sticking around through another episode. Leave a like if you did enjoy. Leave a comment to let me know how I'm doing or if anything's confusing. And most importantly, have a good day. Also subscribe. But have a good day.